So today we're talking about the Valkyries. Last time it was Sigurd. Now we're talking about the combined servant that has all three of their origins. Uh, in general, I prefer Parvati because Parvati just loops better. But this buff does make it a lot easier for them to like at least fit in the standard quick looping setup. Because we're far past the point of using double Scotty with a K scope. We're far past that in the meta. So let's see how they buffed her. And yeah. So first thing, and I have Parvati up here because we're going to be comparing. First thing, base attack, it is low. This is like 3-star numbers low. Not even 4-star number low. 4-star number low is like 8,700. Is like 8,600. It's like it's closer to 9,000. This way too low. Is one of the reasons she's like held back, not only because she's permanent, but this number here, it just means that all her buffs she gets just have to work that much harder to get more damage. HP is fairly high for a 4-star, like surprisingly high. This is actually comparable to 5 stars. So they literally just took her attack and gave it to her HP. I definitely wouldn't have done that, but I would say she does more damage and she is tankier than Parvati. And just for context, Parvati is not even that much higher over here. But NP gain wise, yeah, Valkyries definitely, they are definitely beating out or being beat out by Parvati. Um, so lawful good for CE, lawful female because they are female, so you get that bonus too. Sky attribute, not sky. Hold up, I'll bring it up on my other PC while I get through this just to see the other bond CEs you can use. All right, so quick card, 3 hits on quick, 2 hits on arts, 3 hits on buster, 4 hit extra attack. By today's standard, this is just subpar. Like most servants just have better gains. Like this arts card refund really isn't that high. Like it's comparable to a year 1 servant, but those year 1 servants also have 2 of them. She is, yeah, no. At this point, you're brute forcing charge. You're not really gonna be looping. All right, we almost have the C's. All right, but yeah, no, all these are subpar. If I would think about someone to get like a hit count update, it would be Valkyries. This is definitely one of them, but it's so far down the totem pole. There are so many other like low stars that need the animation update far more. And all right, so Valkyries, they do only get lawful good and lawful female. So just make that as you will. These are permanent characters, so you do have that thing going for them. All right, first skill, very similar to Parvati's. Instead of MP gain, it's MP damage, with still 30% quick buff for 3 turns. Again, comparison. Parvati kind of just has higher numbers and a lower cooldown. So that I think can be brought up in the future. Like this skill is definitely able to be buffed. It's a pseudo mana burst, like over just a raw 50% quick buff. This is just better in terms of MP damage, but for face card damage, obviously this is going to be worse. But this is total damage output, and we just put a calculator to do like simple math. 1.3 times 1.2, and it's slightly higher than zero point 0.5 or 1.5, which is what a full quick buff would be, or full mana burst would be. I am now doing monthly $5 giveaways as a way to give back to my channel. I recently hit 500 subs and I want to keep giving back to the people that support me. All you have to do is comment on one of my videos during the month. Doesn't even have to be a video I make that month, and you are entered to win. 5 people can win every month with 1 win per person per month. Only 1 comment is counted as an entry every month. I will send you the prize in a way that works for both of us. Thank you for watching. Now let's get back to the video. Second skill is what got buffed. All 3 of these lines did not change, so we'll just read it over here. So 1 evasion for 1 attack 3 turns. Extremely weak. Debuff immunity 1 time 3 turns. Not terrible, because most of the time we're probably only going to need it, but it being 1 time, it just means it's going to stop 1 debuff. So it's good to have it, but you can't be banking on this. You have to be ready to cleanse if needed. And the last part is 3 attacks, 3 turns of damage cut, and it's only 1,000. I really feel they could have buffed this skill. It's on a 6 turn. Even with these 2 added lines, a 30 battery and a charisma just for Valkyries. Yeah, like this on its own would be a 5 turn cooldown. This would be just a charisma with a battery. This alone is 5 turns. This by itself was weak anyway, so altogether it makes it fine, but they really didn't buff that much about it. Though, like, again, it's just charge and attack. It just makes you work better in farming teams, and that's pretty much it. Now, do they need something more than that for this skill? I would have just... I'm gonna be real, I would have just made it. Like, this could say the same. I would have just made this flat 3 turns debuff immunity and get rid of this hit count restriction and just do 3 turns 1,000. It's not like it was crazy numbers. If it was like 2,000 or higher, then I would have been fine with leaving it like this. But me personally, I would have just got rid of it because 1,000 really isn't that much. Not when you don't have healing. I say not when you don't have healing, but again, this healing is only 1,000. So it's whatever you blocked, you heal from it. Or sorry, if the attack is 2,000, you take 1,000 because you subtract 1,000 from it, and then you just heal back that 1,000. But that is such a specific scenario. Yeah, the 10% charge though, this is very nice on a quick looper because you're not trying to loop 100%. You're just trying to hit 50. So this is always ease the burden off a looper if they can just hit it. Like if their threshold to be able to loop is lower, they just function better. And I mean 10 stars per turn. They're AoE quick. You shouldn't really be having that many problems getting stars, but I mean, if you're not MPing, I get it, but this on a 7 turn cooldown, this should be a 6. So, yeah, both of her skills need buffs, and then they also need the MP buff, because the MP hasn't been touched either. This is Valkyries' first buff, by the way. I don't know if I said that specifically, but this is their first buff. Alright, passive skills, 17.5% magic resist. That's about it. Mana loading is now a must because you can actually start with a 50% CE and go from there, or you can use Black Rail. Even if you're not looping to 50%, there are plenty of ways you can make do with that. You use Kuro. Instead of doing triple Scotty, use Oberon. There's a bunch of things you can do to get away with it. If Quick had someone for cooldown reduction, I would recommend this, but like it's not gonna happen. Quick is not getting anything for probably another few months. Like Arts literally just got another god tier support with Ord, who's from the same mythology as them, by the way. By the way, same mythology, and they choose to buff Arts and not Quick. I'm just saying. Alright, MP. 7 hit AoE quick. Damage to all enemies. and chance to insta kill, this chance is not high. It's not. You are not using them for insta kill farming. It's not happening. Like getting to 100% overcharge with Valkyries, okay, you're not gonna see that. And then also using Soya instead of Plug Suit, you're not gonna do that. Why would you do that? Then you're gonna have to be using a K scope and not anything better. All right, ball and CE, party MP gen rate up 10%, and crit damage up 10%. So similar to Sigurd's ball and CE, how his was buster and crit damage. Yeah, this is just lower numbers across the board though. And yep, that is the Valkyries. I'm always bad at pronouncing it. Like, yeah, I always feel I'm pronouncing it horribly. That's just my thoughts. On paper, she technically should be looping better than Parvati now. She really should, because it's hard to compare a 4-hit MP to a 7, but Parvati not only has MP gen up, she also has a higher base number. So she did not need to work that hard to be able to loop, especially because she had something similar to the Valkyries with a 10% battery every time she MP'd. Valkyrie has just, they get it every turn. Parvati needs MP, but again, she's supposed to be MPing every turn. They're both supposed to be MPing every turn, but this just makes it easier for both of them. All right. I will see you guys in the next one. I'm still figuring out stream plans for today. It is probably FGO, then Persona, then Nikkei, but we'll see on that order. And whether I decide to really start farming up for Honkai. But again, I'm not too sure about that yet. All right, peace. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.